Hey everyone, welcome to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay, so grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models, yes. Today I'm continuing on my tyranid painting of awesomeness scheme that I've been doing lately. Just trying to finish up all my tyranid models. I'm working today on a drop pod, Spore I believe they're called, and then I don't have many models left. I'll talk to you guys about that one. I have a big, I have a model working. Not this one, not the next one, but the one after that is going to be a lot of fun to paint, let's just say that. I found it, I realized, I was given as a gift a long time ago. I'm trying to paint it now. So, today I'm going to keep working on my Sporocyst, Spore, whatever, giant Spore drop pod thing for Tyranids. So, and I'll talk about the recent things about my life. Yeah, so, as always, Adam, you missed a spot, and hi to Cody Rue. Let's get started. Yes. So hey everyone, welcome back to a Painting with Jay. It's been a couple weeks, but that's okay. Today I'm working on my Spore mine here, drop pod thing. I'm just going to take my detail brush and I'm going to start painting the first layer of ticking, or you guys know what I mean, on the Spore mine. So I just grab some, I'm using Techless blue first, no, Lothern blue first. I recently cleaned up my office, so just a little more organized. Not too much over here, of course, that's pretty chaotic, but that's okay. So today, I do apologize for the background sound in case you hear it. It's really cold. My office is freezing right now, and I don't like wearing a hoodie when I paint, so I'm warming up the room right now with a space heater. Even with a hoodie, it'd be pretty cold. So, of course I live in Canada, where right now it's like minus, 18 with the wind chill. That's Canada for you. It's all good. All good. What's that? Excellent. So, let's get started on the pattern. As you can see, I've gotten pretty far on this thing. I'll be done it probably by end of the week, I'm guessing. Not too hard of a model to paint. I'm just going to do my generic, Tyranid color scheme. Do some ticking. And then I'll do whites after this to make it really pop. This model I have not really used. I've never used it in a battle report. Maybe I'll use it in a battle report. I've been having a lot of fun painting my Tyranids. I've painted so many Tyranids in the last 3 months. This will be probably my last month of my Tyranid painting campaign that I've been working hard on since I guess October, October or November, maybe November. Yeah, October. I think I was painting Space Marines. So November, December, January, February. So 4 months. It's been good. I've been busy painting Tyranids. And in the end, I'm going to have a giant army to show off. And that makes me happy. Plus, Tyranids are one of the groups of models that I've had for a really, really, really long time. And, it's been good to get this, these models that I've had. Like this model I've had assembled for a really long time. Just never painted it. And this painting challenge to myself this year has been really good so far. So I can, at this point, say I don't have many Tyranid models left. After this, I'm going to paint a Lictor, and then one more model. It's a fun one. So, and then I think I'm done. And if I do find an occasional Tyranid model, maybe I'll paint it. I'll take a break at least from Tyranids, and then in March I'm going to either work on some terrain, orcs, maybe necrons. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think some terrain would be nice. It'd be good. There's this bird lord in the background. I'm painting him for various reasons, so he's not going to be painted in this thing. So, as you can see, a little of a messy desk over here, but I've cleaned up my office substantially, my workshop, so that's good too. Life has been busy. I'm working a whole lot, which is why I haven't been able to make as many videos. It's okay. I'm making videos. It's kind of become, it's really shifted as of late to more of a hobby. Because it's because I don't do it as a full-time job anymore. It stopped. Obviously as a result of, the warp closing and that's just my other content. I gotta stop calling it free content because it's content. It's not, all my content is free now. So I will, yeah. I gotta stop saying that. That's okay. The warp is closed, and of course they stopped, doing paid subscriptions. And then I, like many of the YouTubers in our niche, the warp, because of the metrics, also got demonetized. That's pretty funny. So that's okay. I'm just gonna pull the content to my Miniwargamer J channel anyway, which means I have a lot of content to show you guys. Yeah. A lot of content. It's going to be good. Some more painting tutorials. One will be up this week. Pretty sure it's a terrain painting tutorial. Hope you guys enjoy it. What else? Yeah, tons of content. So that'll be good. Painting tutorials, a few more miniature paint 101s, and then I'll probably ask for some more suggestions. And see here, this video, it's going to be majority just ticking. All the detail, the ticking. I'll get it done. The only thing is there's, 5 sides this thing. So I'll have to do it. It'll take a little while, but we'll get it done today. There we go. I'm gonna clean up my brush frequently throughout this video because I just don't like it building up on a fine detail brush. But as I said, Tyranid campaign coming along well. I've enjoyed painting Tyranids. It's an army dear to my heart. I'm having fun playing with them. I've played a few games lately. There's another battle report coming up. I'll have up in the next couple weeks, next week or so probably. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good with Tyranids. Weirdest thing is, I didn't produce a lot of videos in January, but I got a lot of subscribers. Huh. It's a little odd, but no. I guess the videos I put out, people liked. That's okay. I do have a lot of content, and so even when I don't put out the most videos in a month, I still get decent amount of views because I have such a large library of videos. And the miniature painting 101s are pretty popular these days, so. Life's been busy, but good. I'm working a lot. I worked the whole weekend that just passed, and of course it was Super Bowl Sunday yesterday. Congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles. They beat the Patriots. Seems like Patriots are kind of always like the Space Marines or the Eldar of the football world. You know, they're always good, and a lot of people have grudges against them. So I'd say either Eldar or Space Marines. Yeah. It's okay. You know, it's weird when the 40-year-old quarterback is the heavy favorite to win. They didn't win in the end, of course, but sports, you know. My girlfriend and I have been seeing a lot of movies lately. My girlfriend really likes to see Oscar movies. You know, it's like a genre movie. Oscar movies. Ones that are nominated for like Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director. So we've seen, you know, The Darkest Hour. What else did we see? I saw the other day. The Post. It seems like it's always the same, like 5 actors. It's okay. That are nominated. But, yeah. It's been good. Of course, I'm taking her to see Black Panther next weekend. It'll be good. I'm excited for that movie. It'll be, you know, the Marvel movies have been kicking butt. It's crazy how long ago, you know, that the movies were, if you think about like Iron Man 1 and 2, how long ago they were? It's crazy. How many years this MCU has been building up to Infinity War? Some good trailers. I was a little disappointed that there wasn't a Deadpool trailer, but there was a Han Solo trailer in the Super Bowl. That was cool. As I said, can't wait for the Deadpool movie. That'll be good. I'm definitely looking forward more to Deadpool 2 than Han Solo. I don't know, they seem to have had a lot of problems in the making of Han Solo movie, and I'm curious of how good the movie will be. And of course, The Last Jedi was so polarizing that we'll have to see how polarizing Han Solo is. Maybe Han will shoot first. We'll see. We'll have to see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I hope all you out there in internet land have gotten a lot of painting done too. I said I'm enjoying these tyrannids. It's been such a good time getting them all done. I will, you know, in the future, I've been thinking about, like, probably after the Orc Codex comes out, I'll probably do the same for Orcs. My Necrons are almost done, so I could do that for Necrons as well. Same with my Grey Knights. My Grey Knights would take me probably a few weeks. I do have a bunch of Space Marines to paint. Yeah. Space Marines I could spend a few months. I also have boxes of like armies that I haven't even built and assembled yet. Armies, not models. So I'm going to be a busy person painting for the next probably a couple years. That's okay. What else? It was weird after the Super Bowl yesterday. Philadelphia fans rioted in the streets of Philadelphia. Makes no sense. It's like, that's not how you celebrate a victory, by destroying stuff in the city. You celebrate a victory by celebrating. Don't destroy stuff, hurt people. Oh, by the way, this is my 100th episode. 100th episode of Painting with Jay. I realized that just a moment ago. This is my episode 100. That's crazy. It's hard to think about all the things I painted in these 100 episodes of Painting with Jay. You know? Think of how many models I've painted. Well over 100. Heck, I've painted about 100 tyrannids alone in the last month. No, sort of 2 months. Almost. Good. That's all the blue ticking. Let's do the white ticking. So once again, I'll take some white scar. Oops. And some lime medium. Thin it down and continue this process with the white ticking. Do that till it's done, and then I'll paint the all the barbs black, and then I'll just layer up some reds on top of them. I was debating whether or not to use an airbrush for that part, but it's okay. Yeah, this model's cool. I just don't, I'll find a use for it in the future. I should put it into a list. There we go. Let's continue with the whites. So there we go. Blends in nicely. I like it. Yeah. This year, it's going to be an interesting year. It really is. I'm hoping to do a little bit of traveling, if I can afford it. I'd really like to do some traveling this year. To various places. Like, I'm going to see if I can go visit my friend Patrick in Quebec. That's a bit of a 7-hour drive. That'll be good. I'm going to be going to Adepticon, of course, in 45 days in Chicago. I've been trying to see if I can go to Berry Bash, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to go. I'm going to find out probably tomorrow. I'm booked for the Sunday to work. And it's a 2-day event. So the odds are I'm not going to be able to go. That's okay. I was just going to go for fun. I just don't know how I'd fare against all the ITC people. I think I can keep up with them strategically speaking, but my list would not be suited for the tournament. I don't play ITC level lists, and I don't have the models to run ITC level armies. You know, I'll talk about that in a second. What else? Gen Con. I'm going to go back to Gen Con this year, hopefully. I'm going to pick up probably a badge and some hotel reservations soon for Gen Con. What else am I gonna do? That'll be fun. And then my girlfriend and I are planning a trip. We don't know if it'll happen. But we're gonna see. It'll be in October. So, and it's unfortunate that the trip that we're planning, it has to happen in October, which is good. Like, I'm looking forward to the trip, but it's also when the October fest October stuff that I usually participate in. My friends come from all around and we play some games or get together and just hang out. Won't be part of it this year. That's okay. So see, I'm going to keep going with the ticking, just get this part done. And then we'll get the barbs painted up. And, oh yeah, I gotta paint that mouthpiece as well. I haven't decided what color yet. Maybe I'll do it reds. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely have this guy done by the end of the week. For sure. And then start the next one. Next I'm painting a lictor. And then after that, 1 or 2 more models, and life is good. Tyranids are on the back burner for painting for a while. And as I said, I could spend months doing the same thing for my orcs, which I will. I'm probably just going to wait till the new codex drops, because then I can make a better educated guess on what they're doing. So we'll see. Could be the year of travels. I would really like it if I can afford to. We'll see. I do like my work. I don't talk about it very often. I'm not going to talk about it too much today, but I do like it. It pays the bills and help people. Makes me feel good that I help people. Yeah, ITC. ITC is the equivalent of the ETC, like people play in Europe. It's a very competitive format. And I was going to go and have fun, do my normal stuff, act silly, and have a good time, meet people. It's a good tournament. It's run by a colleague of mine, Skardkast. He's a really good guy, and he makes videos too. So if we go check out, I did a battle report against him years ago. He's a really good guy in Barrie. And I was looking forward to it. I was actually really wanting to go to the tournament. It seems like it's really well run, and it's a good tournament. The only thing is, I don't play ITC, and so I could learn the rules. It's not too hard. I just don't have the lists that would be the typical competitive ITC win at all cost lists. And so I would go knowing that I'm probably going to get blown out of the water for 2 days. But I'm having fun. Like, if I go there to have fun, again, I can win best sport. My army's wouldn't be terribly painted. It probably wouldn't win best painted, but I'd get decent painting scores. And just have a good time. And that's kind of what I wanted to go for. I didn't care about winning. It's not about winning to me. Because especially I don't play ITC rules. And it does, like ITC, like you get points, I could believe, and it like carries over between tournaments. I think, could be wrong. But I don't do that stuff. I don't play competitive tournaments. So that's okay. Like, I'd go to have fun and see some cheese and then learn about some armies that I don't normally face. But I don't know. I'll have to see if I can make it. I don't think I can. But as I said, I don't play competitive lists. Like, I've been researching what a competitive list looks like in Warhammer 40k in 8th edition, and it's disgusting. It usually involves, now, for those who don't know, most people who play insanely competitive lists in 40k, for most armies, unless you're playing a completely top-tier army like Eldar, right now it seems like Astra Militarum actually is a very, very top-tier army. and I'll talk about that in a second. I played against Dave recently. We didn't film because it was too late to start filming, and also I forgot my camera. But my friend Dave, really good guy. But so for Tyranids, right? Like, let's say bring Tyranids, which Tyranids was actually the army I'd bring. If I went to this tournament, I'm going to bring Tyranids because I really love Tyranids. I'm working on them lately. I'm painting them up. And plus it'd be fun to bring just like 2,000 points of monster creatures. So I've been researching what a competitive Tyranid list looks like. And of course, a lot of these competitive tournaments, it's literally just pick the scariest thing in your army and then figure out how to bring as many of them as you can totally imagine. Which is cool if you're playing in that setting and everyone else is playing in that setting and you enjoy it and you love to do that stuff. Awesome. Right? The game is meant for all of us. The painters, the players, the really competitive people, the people who make the most beautiful painted models ever. That game is all made for all of us. So for Tyranids, but once again, reference, I have 2 Flyrants. I have a Swarmlord. I have a non-Flyrant Hive Tyrant who's pretty sure has a heavy venom cannon and Scything Talons. I don't remember if I was doing a painting with Jay with him, but I might have painted him between a painting with Jay. But that's all my Flyrants, right? That's all my Hive Tyrants. A competitive list in 40k for Tyranids right now, because Hive Tyrants are probably the best thing in the Codex. I'd argue Hive Tyrants are number 1, and my number 2 are either Gene Stealers as troops or Trigon Primes. I love Trigon Primes. I love them. But the reason why Hive Tyrants are so good is that they're synapse creatures. You give them wings. I think the best combination, which I think a lot of people agree on, is double Devour. So one set of Devours, one pair of Devours, and one set of Scything Talons, which is like Scything Wings because the way the model's made. A competitive list is 9 Hive Tyrants. 9. What? Like, that breaks my brain. 9 Hive Tyrants. So the way to do it is you bring the detachment that is all HQs. So you bring 6 there. And then you bring a detachment with 3 HQs and 3 squads of troops. And so how do you get that in there? You make sure it's like min squads of like rippers, or at best, like with most of the competitive lists, it's like 3 squads of rippers for 99 points. 9 Hive Tyrants for 1,800, and then I forgot what it was for the extra 100. Usually like Hive Guard or something, or you upgrade your Hive Tyrants. And I'm like, okay, like again, in the competitive circuit, okay, cool. You know what? Sure. I am not going to go out and buy, it's not my style. I'm not going to go out and buy 9 Hive Tyrants. Right? I'm not doing it. The other competitive lists involved some Forge World models, and that's cool too. Forge World's awesome. You know me, I love my Grot tanks. But again, I just don't have the money. And so for me, I'm just like, okay, if I play Tyranids, I'm playing Tyranids my way. I'm gonna bring a list that I think is fun, but not gonna get completely walked over in a turn. But yeah, like I don't have 9 Hive Tyrants. I only have 2 Trigon Primes. I made 2 Trigon Primes and 1 Moloch. So right now I'm just going to take some black and paint all the barbs with my paintbrush. I'm going to go with a larger paintbrush right now, just because it's a larger model. I can get away with it. And that's it. I just don't want to... I'm not going to play that way. And it's not better or worse. It's just not my style, and I don't want to go out and buy 9 Hive Tyrants. Because I only use, 2 Flyrants in a... Like, when I'm playing a competitive list, I mean by competitive, I mean relatively competitive, like, if I know if I want to play a relatively competitive game in 40K in a battle report, I bring 2 Flyers. I've done a couple lists where I have like 2 Flyers and a Swarm Lord, just as I like doing the all monster creature lists. They're kind of fun, and they go really fast, and it's just awesome, right? I don't have the money to go out and also the time and to go paint 9 Hive Tyrants and just to fill them in. Again, it's a list that it's designed for ITC, and then so yeah. Again, I'm not railing on ITC or anything or competitive tournaments. It's just that isn't my cup of tea, right? And that's okay. I like bringing lists that have a combination of models, and now this what I'm saying is not 100% true for all armies. I just noticed it's true for the weaker armies. That any army that's not the most competitive, like there's still like Eldar lists that can you could bring a well balanced list and still win. And I'm not saying that Tyranids will never win without that. In fact, sometimes LVO a couple years ago, Lictor spam won because no one had a list designed to beat it. You know, now that's cool. And again, it was spam. Like whatever you bring, it seems like the theme in these lists is definitely spam. If you're gonna bring something, bring a lot of them. 9 Hive Tyrants, so 1,800 points of your 2,000 is Hive Tyrant. HQs. Like that's a very interesting list. Again. So, and yeah. So I said I'm gonna have if I do end up going, and I'm looking forward to the tournament just to meet people, have a good time, play against some players I would not normally play against, meet some people, and see some cool armies. Right? That's what it's about. To me, that's what a tournament is what attracts me to a tournament. I might end up going to a doubles tournament in Peterborough called Brawl, ran by my friend Dave, another good guy. Maybe I should team up with Stu. Stu, if you're listening, we should team up. That'd be fun. The reason why I'm saying I'm not teaming up with Dave is Dave's not playing. He's running the tournament. Nothing against Dave. That reminds me, I'm going to come back to Dave in a second. Not my friend Dave, just the name Dave. So, as I'm saying, it's going to be cool, but I've looked at the competitive. Right now it looks like Astra Militarum is really a fancied army to bring in these tournaments. And it's because Cadian is just so crazily powerful. I played against Dave the other day, and he brought, it was a 1,500 point game. And we're trying out one of the new chapter approved missions. The one where you put forth how many objectives you can get per turn. It was a really fun game. I played Tyranids, and I got tabled. It took 5 turns though, because I was using character strategies where he couldn't target my characters that he really wanted to, because there was always something closer. But I got tabled turn 5. Now I had the lead because I got an early lead. I got lucky with my cards. But Cadians and Dave brought it didn't seem like an ultra competitive list. It seemed like it was a lot of stuff, but he blew me out of the water. His stratagems were insane, and he was literally, every time he used a stratagem, he was able to bring a brigade detachment. And every time he used a stratagem, he had that thing that he re-rolls the chance to, and every time I used one, he could roll a dice and see if he gets it back. And he got a lot of them back. I did learn that I used Gene Stealers for the first time in this codex. Gene Stealers are hilarious in this codex. In the new system alone, but Gene Stealers and Catalyst, I was rolling stupidly lucky, and it took him an entire round of shooting to kill like a squad of Gene Stealers with Astra Militarum. It was really cool. My luck was stupidly funny, and it was just fun. Like, it's a good game. I would play against Dave again in a heartbeat. But oh my goodness, Astra Militarum are powerful right now. Holy moly. And it doesn't mean I don't want to play against Astra Militarum, but I look at what I've been doing is I'm doing some research on ITC lists, and the lists that people are bringing for Astra Militarum, I have nothing that could compete with a list of that ferocity. You know, I don't have a list that I could build that I could even, like, it would almost be, we could look at our lists and shake hands, and I don't want that. As I said, I'm going for fun, but at the same point, that's not the best way to spend your time. Plus, I want to mention it is my birthday, the day of Berry Bash, but that's okay. I said I want to go there and just see my friends, and have a good time, meet people. And if I go there, that's to me, that's a win. That's going and making relationships and having fun and playing games. But yeah. Episode 100. Can you believe that? It's my 100th episode of Painting with Jay. I got to 100 episodes of Miniature Painting 101. And that's it, of all my series of videos. To get to 100. Alright, that's going to dry pretty fast. The good thing about my heater in this room is that it dries out the air. Like, my mouth is just dry talking to you guys. But it really makes the paint dry really quickly too. So, that's cool. Oh, by the way, as you guys probably saw in the previews, Forge World is releasing Dorn. The model is amazing. I'm like, just take my money, do it. I'm gonna buy Dorn. Probably pick up him at Adepticon. I'm excited. That's gonna be such a good model to paint up. Beautiful model. Beautiful model. Yeah, beautiful model. I've been really getting back into painting lately. It's been good. I enjoy it. I really, you know me, I've always loved painting. It's been good to get back out of the funk, you know, and just see my results. And as I said, I'm reading my world of unpainted models. I can honestly say that after this next couple weeks, I probably won't have any, maybe one or two left tyranid models that I could probably repair and paint up. I'm definitely going to do a video showcasing my army. You know, it's not giant compared to some of the other YouTubers for tyrannids, but it's a pretty good size. I'm pretty sure I can get 10,000 points in my list. Sorry, my army. I probably can get 10,000 points. Yep. I'm happy. I really am. It's been a change of pace and getting used to doing this more on a hobbies thing again for my videos, not on a, like, obviously I still do it a lot, but I'm taking it more of it as a hobby. Because now that the warp is officially gone, I can't do this for a living anymore. I do have my Patreon subscribers, and I thank them very much at the end of every one of my videos, as I will today. That's still wet. But it's okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep making videos, and I really love making videos, and I'm just going to do it at my own pace now. Slow down a little bit, but still produce a bunch of videos. Now that I'm only focusing on one channel, and I have a lot of content to pull from the warp, content's going to be flowing still. Flowing. You know, this week I'll have Miniature Painting 101. It's going to have maybe a battle report. I put one up last week. Not getting a lot of interest, but that's okay. Yeah. Look at this guy. Coming along. It's coming along. It's definitely 3-color minimum. Yeah, I could imagine running a 9 Tyranid. The most competitive list I've probably ever played against in a battle report was against my British friend Ben. It was years ago when you could do Death Star units. and he brought a really crazy Death Star. His entire army was basically a Death Star. I think we played at 1,700. I think it was 1,850 points, at which 1,700 points was a Death Star. It was crazy. This year I also might want to play a game of Apocalypse. I'm thinking I might see if I can get my friend Stu to come play me in a game of Apocalypse one day. Not the next couple weeks, but eventually. It'll be a lot of fun. But I wouldn't do the 10,000 points like that Miniwargamer recently did, because that was way too long. Like by the end, you're just putting more models on the table. I'd probably do like 5,000 points. Apocalypse game of 5,000 points. Film it. Have a good time. Just chill with a friend, you know. Good times. Alright. This guy's coming along. Coming along. Halftime show yesterday was pretty good. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, pretty good. It's hard to hear him. I said it was okay. It was pretty good. Wasn't amazing. Wasn't by far my favorite halftime show. It was crazy though. In the Super Bowl yesterday, the defenses of both teams kind of sucked. They got overpowered by the offenses. It was a scoring match. You know, most amount of yards. They'd broken the record for the most yards made in a Super Bowl game by the third quarter. They'd already broken the record. No, but it's a little too sharp in a couple areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly blend. And a little bit of black. And just do a quick ring around that. Well, I think there's going to be some good movies this year. It seems like the movie industry is in a bit of a lull lately. Maybe I'm wrong, but when Jumanji has been top of the box office several times in the last few weeks, you kind of know that's at a lull. But of course, some big movies are coming up. Black Panther's out this weekend, and of course, it's going to take #1 at the box office. It have to. Yeah, I just don't know if. I think a lot of the box office is kind of running out of ideas, to be honest. Seems like we're getting a lot of sequels and prequels and stuff. Yeah. That's okay. Well, the Necrons are getting a new codex soon. They have that new Cryptek model. Looks awesome. Man, I really wish I could have gone to the LVO this year. Just to see some of my friends. It would have been good too. LVO is a competitive tournament in Vegas. But look at that. A little more blended. There we go. Now let's take a little bit of red. More. this is good. After this step, I'll probably call it because I made progress on them, and I'm gonna. Oh, actually, I should paint the base, not the base, the mouth. This red. And then give it a wash. Yeah. I have a few more ideas for some shows I want to do as well in the future. Let's see if that happens. Change up my lineup a little bit. So now I'm just painting the mouth and fist on red. Which brings this part a little bit to life. Look at that. Way better than the white shadowing. Cool. I'll wait till it dries and then give that a shade as well. Probably could have just shaded it myself and just laid, you know. Maybe I'll do the teeth after a different color. It's been cool. I'm excited to. It's gonna be actually a nice little break after painting Tyranids for 4 months straight. To not paint Tyranids for a little while. The question is, what am I painting next? As I said, I haven't decided yet. I've honestly not decided yet. I'll probably just think about it over the next couple weeks. When I'm done Tyranids, I'll film a video showcasing my army, and then I'll go from there. I might take a break and do some terrain, because I have a lot of cool terrain from Death Ray Designs that I need to paint up, and yeah. You know, maybe I should paint the inside of these things right too. Right there, those little T things. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna take the off camera for a second. Yeah. I think this is gonna be a good year. I hope it's gonna be a good year. I hope all of your years are as good as. I hope we all have awesome years coming up. There we go. Let's take some red, blend it up, and yeah, this dude will be pretty good. Definitely battle report ready. yeah. So I'll call it after this step because I'm getting a little tired, but that's okay. It's coming along. That's what this model will definitely be done in the next day or so. Probably another half an hour on it, and then I need to just base it. Then quickly paint up a lictor. Maybe I'll have the lictor next week. I'm probably just gonna do it. I've been doing a lot of models off camera because obviously I do one painting with Jay a week, but after that I just paint, right? I still try to do my about an hour a week, hour a day, most days, and it's been leading to some awesome results. This. Good. Alright, so I'm going to call it here. That still needs to dry before I can hit it with a wash. And then some quick highlights. And then I got myself a Spore Pod that I'm going to use, hopefully in a battle report. Eventually. But 20 gene sealers. See, the thing is, 20 gene sealers in a Spore Pod or 20 gene sealers just following a Trigon Prime. I prefer the Trigon Prime. But maybe a Swarm Lord in there. That'd be cool. So, I'm going to stop here. So that concludes another Painting with Jay. I really hope you got some stuff done. And yeah, it's it. Tyranids are coming along. I'm having a great time painting them. And I can't wait to actually kind of finish them up and start the next chapter of painting for this year. So I really hope you got some stuff done. As always, this is a video brought to you by my Patreon subscribers. If you want to help support my content, it really does help. You can't imagine how much it helps me. Link in the description below, as you can see their names go by my head. It's because of them that I can keep doing these videos. Stay tuned for Painting with Jay, 100th episode. And I must say a huge thank you to all of you for making these 100 episodes so awesome so far. And I hope you've gotten just as much done as I have, if not more. So stay tuned for more episodes of Painting with Jay. Like some of Jay saying, I'm painting with me.